Shalom. All praise to the Most High Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai, by Hashem Rakakwadash, and double honor to the apostles and elders, great millstone. Shalom to the hopeful elect. All right, it's your brother Atazawan Bayath back at it again with another lesson. Okay, and I just happened to run across this article. Okay, and here we have as you know, we live in this day and age where people can't help but film everything, right? So this is a clip of as they say in the article, a white man, okay, who was taken off of a plane by two quote unquote black security guards. All right, so we'll read the short article and we'll watch a few minutes of this, okay, and then we'll get some scriptures. See, because Esau is in a lot of trouble. All right, they're scraping the bottom now, and here is and he doesn't look that old. I don't know, maybe mid-40s, maybe. But Esau's still got that pomp. You know, they've got that pride where they think that they're better than everybody else, even though the world hates you. Okay, but you still have those who think that they're still on top. So this guy caused a ruckus on an airplane when he boarded because he thinks he's special. He wanted a drink before they actually took off, you know, off the ground, okay? Which I believe I don't know what the policies are anymore. I really don't fly that much anymore. So I don't know what they're doing now. But anyway, this white man wanted to be served as if he was really somebody. See, but in the earth now, you know, the Most High, Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, is really starting to show these people who they're not, okay? They're beginning to descend at a very rapid rate. And it's irony in itself, because here you have a so-called white man, okay, who's being basically treated like a nigga, okay? And you got two Jakes standing there who's going to take his ass off the plane. So that's a twist in itself, you know. So without further ado, let's play a little bit of the video. Lord willing, you'll be able to hear it to a certain degree, and then we'll get some scriptures. Let's see if it'll play.
I don't need anybody else. We're not going to go back and forth. We're not going to go back and forth. After the investigation, now you have to talk. Get up out the seat and we need to exit. You can record, yes, you can do all that, you can take pictures. You've been actually moved from the pilot off the plane multiple times. They have called the police, you can move from the plane. You're not being respectful. We're asking. You're not asking.
Do you? Okay. I was just trying to get the connection sheet for everyone. So.
What else is yours? When you get into the flight attendant about the drink or something? You do not get into the flight attendant about drinking. Okay, so let's go. They're not flying you anymore. Either while you're on this plane, we can deport you because you're not being given right now. You can get on this plane and we can deport you on the plane and get up and give you more shit. We're giving you that much respect.
They think he's not going to get off. He told him that he's not getting off the plane.
Where are you seeing? So now, because you won't talk, I got to listen to everybody else. Where are you seeing? I did it right there. Oh, no, that's fine, sorry. The plane's black. service on the plane. Are you with the flight attendant? Okay, so let's go. Let's go. Get off the plane. Sir, just go. I need you to get up. You're not listening. You're not flying, so get up. Get up, go. Get off the plane. You're not flying on the plane, get up. No, difficult, or you can make this real easy. We're trying to be civil with you. Okay? So this is go. Yes, you have. But my son's additional unit down here at AC. I'm trying to get off the plane. Sir, you're getting off the plane.
And you see Esau's brothers back there are even to the point where they're disgusted because they want to get to their destination. And it looks like he's in first class. I don't know what airline this is. But, you know, he's recording them, all right, recording these security officers because, you know, Esau thinks that they can just sue and get money, all right, for any inconvenience of them being white, so-called.
There's 100 people inside. You can ask to get off the plane. Get off the plane. You can ask to get off the plane. So get off the plane. There don't be no reason. Get off the plane.
Yeah, at this point, if it says no, it's over. Doesn't matter.
You got kicked off.
All right, so pretty much you get the gist of it. You see what's going on here, and we'll get to the article and read a little bit of it. Okay, let's see. Slocky, bear with me here. Okay. And this goes up to, well, it says Hip Hop Vibe, I guess is who reported on it, but I also saw it on MSN. Okay. And it reads what? White man removed from airplane by black security guards after refusing to leave due to outbursts over being denied a pre-takeoff flight drink, really is what it was, okay? And that's that so-called white privilege, all right? Their whole authority is really just a concept, right? And they think that they're the privileged of the earth, and so on. Matter of fact, let me go back to definition of white privilege, okay? And it says the set of social and economic advantages that white people have by virtue of their race in a culture characterized by racial inequality, okay? That's what you call white privilege, okay? And that's what he apparently tried to enforce it by not complying with the security guards, okay? And you could probably gather that in his mind, he said, I ain't gonna let no $20 an hour niggas put me off the plane, you see? So when you go to white privilege here, okay, it reads what? Inherent advantages possessed, right? That they have possession of advantages by a white person on the basis of their race in a society characterized by racial inequality and injustice. Okay, so that's Esau for you. All right, let's get just a couple of scriptures because you're on the decline, brother. And I say that, you know, jokingly, okay? Esau is Jacob's brother, but not in love, right? So let's look at Job 18:5. And it reads, Yea, the light of the wicked shall be put out, and the spark of his fire shall not shine. Right? And Esau, Edom is the wicked, okay, of the earth. All right? The light shall be dark in his tabernacle, and his candle shall be put out with him. The steps of his strength shall be straightened, and his own counsel shall cast him down. Right? He had people probably of his own nation who was sitting behind him and told him, get off the plane. You know, you've been asked already several times, why don't you just get up and leave? Okay. Verse 8, for he is cast into a net by his own feet, and he walketh upon a snare. The jinn shall take him by the heel, and the robber shall prevail against him. The snare is laid for him in the ground, and a trap for him in the way. Terror shall make him afraid on every side, and shall drive him to his feet. His strength shall be hunger bitten, and destruction shall be ready at his side. It shall devour the strength of his skin, even the firstborn of death shall devour his strength. Who's the firstborn of death, right? So we're looking for our Savior to take this man out of power, Yahushua. His confidence shall be rooted out of his tabernacle, and it shall bring him to the king of terrors, right? Yahushua, okay? The king of terrors. It shall dwell in his tabernacle, because it is none of his. Brimstone shall be scattered upon his habitation. His roots shall be dried up beneath, and above shall his branch be cut off, right? So the Lord is going to cut these people off, okay? His remembrance shall perish from the earth, and he shall have no name in the street. He shall be driven from light into darkness and chased out of the world. And Esau, Edom, is being chased out of the world. And this is a part of their, when you look at a man like this, it's about pride for him, okay? Very prideful, didn't want to get off, didn't want to be put to shame, okay? Because he thinks he's somebody. He got on the plane in first class, expected to be treated as if he was some kind of, you know, high, mighty, uppity, muckety muck, okay? Which is their attitude. That's that pomp in them, okay? Verse 19, he shall neither have son nor nephew among his people, nor any remaining in his dwellings, okay? So prophecy is already written against the Edomites, okay? So this is Obadiah, and we'll just jump in right here, verse 10, and then go down, okay? And it says here, for thy violence against thy brother Jacob, shame shall cover thee, and thou shalt be cut off forever, right? Like those branches we just read about, okay? And it's just ironic that it was two Jakes who were there, who were called to get him off of the plane, okay? So let's look at, go down to verse 15, and it reads, for the day of the Lord is near upon all the heathen, okay? As thou hast done, it shall be done unto thee. Thy reward shall return upon thine own head. For as ye have drunk upon my holy mountain, so shall all the heathen drink continually. Yea, they shall drink, and they shall swallow down, and they shall be as though they had not been. All right, all the nations are going to catch it, but particularly Esau, Edom, you're at the top of the list, and you get the worst and most severe punishment that's coming, okay? Verse 17, but upon Mount Zion shall be deliverance, and there shall be holiness, and the house of Jacob shall possess their possessions. Okay, we're going to be put back on top. We're going to get everything back. Okay. And verse 18, which is the kicker verse. All right. And the house of Jacob shall be a fire, right? The southern kingdom, and the house of Joseph, which is the northern kingdom, a flame. And the house of Esau, so-called white people, which are privileged in the earth, okay, for stubble, okay, and stubble gets burned and turns to ashes, okay, and they shall kindle in them and devour them, and there shall not be any remaining of the house of Esau, right? We just read that, okay, but they'll be cut off. They're not going to have a son or a nephew left, okay, for the Lord Yahweh has spoken it. Okay. Going on to verse 19, and they of the south shall possess the mount of Esau, and they of the plain, the Philistines, and they shall possess the fields of Ephraim and the fields of Samaria, and Benjamin shall possess Gilead. And the captivity of this host of the children of Israel shall possess that of the Canaanites even unto Zarephath. And the captivity of Jerusalem, which is in Sepharad, shall possess the cities of the south. And saviors shall come up on Mount Zion to do what? To judge the mount of Esau, and the kingdom shall be the Lord's. Okay, Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Okay, these saviors are the rulers. Okay, are the men, 144,000 who are going to be judging on the earth. All right, under the authority of Yahweh, and then Yahushai and King David. Okay, multiple saviors, if you will. All right, so you got a hell of a judgment coming upon you, Esau. So, you know, your pride is really that pride in you is going to be basically beat out of you. Okay, all right, get your ass in the kingdom. You're going to work. All right. Isaiah 51:17, it says, awake, awake, stand up, O Jerusalem, which has drunk at the hand of the Lord, Yahweh, the cup of his fury. Thou hast drunken the dregs of the cup of trembling and wrung them out. Verse 18, there is none to guide her among all the sons whom she hath brought forth, neither is there any that taketh her by the hand of all the sons that she hath brought up. These two things are come unto thee, who shall be sorry for thee, desolation and destruction, and the famine and the sword, by whom shall I comfort thee? Thy sons have fainted, they lie at the head of all the streets, as a wild bull in the net. They are full of the fury of the Lord, the rebuke of thy power, right? The Lord put judgment on us, okay? And going into all these different captivities and, you know, all the terrible things that we had to drink of that cup, the cup of the Lord's fury, okay? For Israel going off, all right? And we'll go down to verse 21. Therefore, hear now this, thou afflicted, right? Speaking to the children of Israel, and drunken, but not with wine. Thus saith the Lord, Yahweh, and thy power, that pleaded the cause of his people. Okay? Behold, I have taken out of thy hand the cup of trembling, even the dregs of the cup of my fury. Thou shalt no more drink it again, right? Our last captivity, right? And the Lord deliver us, and his kingdom is set up. We will not see captivity again, okay? Verse 23, but I will put it into the hand of them that afflict thee, right? Who has afflicted us these last 500 years on this side of the world, or the earth, okay, in the Western Hemisphere. Who has afflicted us? The northern tribes, okay, and the southern tribes. Who afflicted you? Okay, Esau, Edom, the so-called white man. Okay, which have said to thy soul, bow down, that we may go over, and thou hast laid thy body on the ground, and adds the street to them that went over. Right, these devils have the audacity and the nerve to say basically to you, lay down on the street, nigga, so that I don't get my shoes dirty so I can walk on you. Okay? That's basically what it's saying. You know, how they treated us. All right? Because you're nothing anyway, I can just walk on you and you can't do anything about it. Okay? So the cup is passed to their hand now. Okay? And this guy here, he was just, you know, an example of the pride of Esau, okay, thinking that he's privileged, okay, that he deserves whatever he asked for, right? And it got his ass in trouble. Why? Because you're beginning to come low, right? The Lord has started the process of removing you, especially you low-level Edomites who think that you somebody. You know, you're not on the level of the elites of your branch, okay? So even the low-level Edomites have a lot of pride and pomp in them, okay? He wanted a gin and tonic, all right? And you gotta be a damn Edomite if you order a gin and tonic. I ain't never known a Jake to order gin and tonic. And I used to drink like, used to drink like that, okay? Used to drink really hard liquor or whatever, okay? But I ain't never known a Jake to drink gin and tonic. Now, they probably are some that do it, but I never known one, okay? Let's go over here to Jeremiah real quick. We'll read this. Jeremiah 49 and 10. All right, it reads, "But I have made Esau bare, I have uncovered his secret places, and he shall not be able to hide himself. His seed is spoiled, and his brethren and his neighbors, and he is not. Leave thy fatherless children, I have preserved them alive, and let thy widows trust in me. For thus saith the Lord, behold, they whose judgment was not to drink of the cup have surely drunken, and art thou he that shall altogether go unpunished? Thou shalt not go unpunished, but thou shalt surely drink of it. For I have sworn by myself, saith the Lord, how that Basra shall become a desolation, a reproach, a waste, and a curse, and all the cities thereof shall be perpetual waste." Right? And we liken that unto what? Babylon the Great. Now, okay? Because this place is known as by different terms now, okay? Spiritual Sodom, spiritual Egypt, Basra, okay? This is the most wickedest and vilest society that ever exists, okay? And we'll get one more and we'll be done, with this. I just saw it, and it was kind of interesting to me, to watch this. You could just you could see the pride on this man's face, that he thinks that he should have been treated better and been given what he wanted against the rules now, apparently, okay? That whatever airline this is, they don't serve drinks before they get up in the air, okay? But they're so used to having their way that they expect everybody to bend the rules for them. Okay, this is Isaiah 14 and 5, and it reads, "The Lord Yahweh hath broken the staff of the wicked," where the staff is symbolic for rulership. Okay. All right. "And the scepter of the ruler, he who smote the people with wrath with a continual stroke." Right. Particularly to the Israelites, they ruled over us and whipped us. Okay. All right. They abused us. They took it too far. Okay. "He that ruleth the nations in anger is persecuted, and none hindereth. The whole earth is at rest." This is when they're taken out of power. "And is quiet. They break forth into singing. Yea, the fir trees rejoice at thee, and the cedars of Lebanon, saying, since thou art laid down, no fellow is come up against us." Right? Even the earth will be rejoicing when this man is taken out of power. Okay? Because they wicked. Verse 9, "Hell from beneath is moved for thee to meet thee at thy coming. It stirreth up the dead for thee, even all the chief ones of the earth. It hath raised up from their thrones all the kings of the nations. All they shall speak and say unto thee, art thou also become weak as we? Art thou become like unto us?" Right? When they're taken out of power, just as you see now, in this time, all these other nations, these what would be considered third world countries and smaller nations since what, the 1940s, that didn't have the capabilities, the strength, the industrial fortitude, and the different technologies. These other nations, they were not as strong as Babylon the Great. But now these smaller nations, they're built up. Okay. So going on, it says, verse 11, thy pomp is brought down to the grave, and the noise of thy vows, the worm is spread under thee, and the worms cover thee. Right. And what do worms do? They eat dead flesh. Now let's go into Pomp and see what it says here. Go on. It says exaltation, majesty, and what else do you see? Pride. See, that's them Edomites. Pride, excellence of a nation. Okay, pride, arrogance. Okay, in a bad sense. You see, that's their pomp. All right. So now let's finish this out. Thy pomp is brought down to the grave, and the noise of the vows, and the worm is spread under thee, and the worms cover thee. How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning? And we've explained numerous times what that's actually talking about. It's just talking about the light bearers, the ones with the knowledge, the information on the left-hand side. Okay, that's what Lucifer is. It's just light bearer. Verse. We'll read 12 again. How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning? How art thou cut down to the ground, which didst weaken the nations? Verse 13. For thou hast said in thy heart, I will ascend into heaven, right? Their pride tells them that they could go to the moon, they could go to Mars, right? They could travel out of space. We got the International Space Station. We got satellites. We this and we that. See, I will exalt myself, Salaki, I will exalt my throne above the stars of the Most High, all right, which are the 12 tribes, okay? I will sit up also upon the mount of the congregation in the sides of the north. I will ascend above the heights of the clouds. I will be like the Most High. Yet thou shalt be brought down to hell. And where is hell? To the sides of the pit. So that's what it's talking about. Okay? Not a literal place in the middle of the earth where you burn. They'll be brought down to a low condition, a low state. Okay? Just like death, when you bury a body, it's down in a pit, right? It's down in a grave. Okay? Verse 16. Salakia. They that see thee shall narrowly look upon thee and consider thee, saying, is this the man? You see? So it's not talking about spiritual demon Satan when it's talking about Lucifer. It's talking about a particular man. All right? That man is Esau Edom, right? That made the earths tremble and did shake kingdoms. That made the world as a wilderness and destroyed the cities thereof, that opened not the house of his prisoners. You see? Because even when you look at the prison system, okay, that's set up by Esau Edom, not Satan, the spiritual demon, okay, because he don't run no prisons, all right? So anyway, you know what, I'll probably we'll just end it right there. That's pretty much the point. Here you have Esau in his pomp, in his pride, okay? The tables are reversing, okay? The curses are falling upon you, all right, Esau? And there's not but one way you can go, and that's down, okay? You've reached your zenith, you've reached your pinnacle, and now you're on a decline, okay? So with that, Lord willing, this lesson was edifying and give all praise to the Most High Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'Hashem, Ba'Kakwadash. All right, that's the name of the Heavenly Father in the name of His Son, Yahweh Shai. Okay. Double honor to the apostles and elders, great millstone. Shalom to the hopeful elect. I'll see you all again real soon with another lesson, Lord willing. Shalom.